everyone. Well, today in this video class, you are going to learn something about pronoun. Most of them have a confusion using the word called myself, sometimes me, or sometimes mine. I and my are very easy for some, but sometimes they get confused how to use me, mine, and myself. Well, I will explain you how to use I, me, my, mine, and also myself. Let me share the screen so that becomes easier to you. As you all know what is pronoun is nothing but a replacement of a noun. We cannot start any sentence with a pronoun. First we need to use noun and then we replace with a pronoun. If I say Anu, she's from Bangalore. Anu is from Bangalore. The next word is she is a English trainer, whatever. So today let me see how we use the first one, I and me. Let me explain you with an example. I called Jack this morning. Okay, so it's doing some action. The subject is doing an action, therefore I is called as a subject pronoun. So what do you mean by subject? Subject does an action. When I say I called Jack this morning, the subject I is doing a job of calling Jack. Okay. So what happened there? Jack didn't pick the call. So later, Jack called me back. Right? I say Jack called me back. Here, me is not doing, it's receiving an action, right? So here, me is called as an object pronoun. Your I, it's a subject pronoun, whereas me, it's an object pronoun because it's receiving an action. Jack called me. Now Jack becomes a subject pronoun here, subject here. I hope are you getting cleared? I called Jack this morning. Here I is subject, whereas in this sentence, Jack is an object because I subject is doing a job calling a Jack. So Jack, it comes under the category of me, object pronoun in this particular sentence. Here, the same sentence, Jack called me back. Your me is the object pronoun. It's receiving an action, right? Here, the next sentence, Jack and I met Jill at the college, right? Jack and I, these two are subject pronoun. These are subject now. Not subject. So I say here, Jack and I, it's a subject. They are doing an action. What do? They met Jill. So Jill, it's an object. Here, Jill is an object. So Jack and I met Jill at the college. Here I use I. Make a note. Whenever you are first, kindly bring others' name first and then refer your name. Like it could be Jim or like a Jim, Jack, and I. Always get your name the last. First, bring the other person's name in the front. Then bring your name. Jim and Jack, whatever. Jim, Jack, and I met Jill at the college. Here, Jill is the object. Always the subject does the action, whereas object receives the action. So here, in this example, I'm not using me. I'm just telling you how to use I. The next one, the principal called Jack and me. I cannot use I here because subject is not doing any action, right? Here the subject is the principal, right? The principal called Jack and me. Now this person, Jack and me, it's an object in the sentence. Though it's a noun here, but here it's an object here. I hope you are clear with this, right? Subject does the action. So here when I used I called Jack this morning. I repeat again, I is the subject because it's doing an action. Same way when I say Jack and I, here again Jack and I is a subject. In this Jack called me back, it's receiving an action. I cannot use Jack called I. No, I have to use me. It's an object. Here the principal called Jack and me. It's an object pronoun. I hope you're clear with this. Let me go the next example called my and mine. So both come under category of possessive pronoun, ownership, right? So my and mine. Here I say, Jack is my friend. You know, always my is followed after my, you need to use a noun, right? Whereas in mine, after mine, you need not use any noun. Mine always comes in the end of the sentence. Look at the example here. I say, Jack is my friend. After my, I'm using a noun called friend. Again, I say here, Jack is friend of mine. Okay, Jack is friend of mine. After mine, you're not supposed to use any kind of noun. My is always followed with a noun. For example, another example, this is my book, right? This is my book. After my, I've used a word called noun book. Here, this book is mine. I've never used any noun after that. Sentence completes. Another example here. Jack's phone is Apple and mine is Samsung. Here, the meaning of mine, it means my and the noun phone. Jack's phone is Apple, okay? And I say, and mine. When I say mine, it talks about the phone as well as mine. So mine, the meaning here is my phone is Samsung. Hope I'm clearing. If you still have any doubts, please write in the comment box so that I can help you with better and more easier steps. The next one here you have myself. What is the meaning of myself? I've seen people using myself in different ways. So myself, it is used when you are performing an action yourself. An action which you have performed all by yourself. Otherwise, you're just emphasizing or telling it out in a stronger way. That is the function of myself. Example, I hurt my fingers myself. Like nobody hurt me as such. I hurt myself. I hurt my fingers myself. Neither he or she or they had hurt me. It happened myself. Right? Another one, look at the example here. I wash my clothes. Let us take out the word called myself. It has meaning I wash my clothes. It's understood? But I want to emphasize my work. I want to say that I did it all by me only. So what do I say that? I use a word called myself. I'm emphasizing the job what I did in a stronger way. So I say I wash my clothes. When you just say I wash my clothes, it's normal. But when you want to say that this job was done by me, I have to say I wash my clothes myself. And what is the meaning of by myself? We also use a word called by myself. What is the meaning of that by myself? Myself is different. My by myself is little different. Man. When you say myself, it is done by your own yourself. But here, when you say by myself, it's to do something by myself. To do all alone. Doing all alone. Example here. I ate, not hate, I ate by myself. Means you ate the food all by yourself, all alone. No one was there with you. You just did all, you ate the food all by yourself. Here, when you say I ate myself, it's like eating your own body. Right? I ate myself, nothing but you're eating your own body. When you're doing your things all alone, you need to use this word like this. I ate by myself. The food, whatever is given, like you never shared it or no one ate it, you ate all alone by yourself. So here you have to use I ate by myself. I ate myself. Here, the meaning is about you're eating your own flesh, own body, all by yourself. I can also have another example here. Uh, like you want to see a horror movie. You called up your friend, but he or she is very scared. So what did you do? I saw this movie. I saw the movie by myself, all alone. You went to theater and you saw this movie all by yourself, and all alone you saw this movie, right? There's a way of using I ate myself, and please be very careful how to use this by myself and myself. And at the same time, I have seen many people using myself in the introduction part. When you want to introduce yourself, what there are different ways of introducing. I have seen people saying myself Anuraadha. What do you mean by myself? Now I explained what is the usage of myself. Myself is nothing but doing all by yourself, or an activity which you have done, you're trying to tell out in a stronger way. So when you say your name, nothing great that you have to say myself. There are different ways of introducing yourself, right? You can say I'm Anuraadha, or you can say my name is Anuraadha, or you can say this is Anuraadha, rather saying myself Anuraadha. So myself is nothing but emphasizing or telling it out in a stronger way about your actions, not about your names. I've also seen some people saying that I myself Anuraadha. There are many examples here to quote, so I have gotten to notice that you can just avoid using myself during introduction. The best way what you can do is you can just say myself Anuradha. It's not accepted, right? This is not accepted, right? I myself Anuradha Shree, not accepted, right? The best introduction is I'm Anuradha Shree, or my name is Anuradha Shree, or this is Anuradha Shree. This will help you a lot to do this, right? You can just scratch off this. I've many, not only few. I've seen always whenever I see some videos, people keep saying that myself, I am myself. What do you mean by myself? Is used only for highlighting or telling out some actions which you have done by all by yourself. But when you're introducing your name, it is not required to use it. I hope it is clear. Next time, please avoid using myself when you're introducing yourself. You can, at least now, you can just listen to all your videos or audios what you have recorded. And if you have used like myself and you are followed by your name, please take out that and use as I am, or you can say my name is, or this is blah blah thing, your name followed by that. So if you have learned something, please practice, put into action. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye. God bless you.